On a shelf, they look like plastic toys or parts of a puzzle. But these components, created on 3D printers, are helping automakers solve some issues that have been puzzling the industry for years.
3D printing is here. We can now use 3D printing to design new parts that were not possible before. We can lightweight our vehicles. We can rapidly prototype without the cost of expensive tooling.
Proto Labs is one company working with several automakers and suppliers using its 3D printing capabilities to help produce almost any part or prototype they need.
If we start to design for the 3D printed process, you can increase the complexity, you can combine a bunch of features so we get rid of some welds, bolting it together, and really optimize the geometries for the technology.
Automotive News engineering reporter Richard Truett points out 3D printing may also solve a real head-scratcher for classic car collectors.
If you collect old cars, for example, and you can't find a part anywhere, like this taillight from an old Chevrolet, it might be able to 3D print it for you.
Well, one question about 3D parts is how complex can they be? Well, this is a little demonstration part to show that 3D parts can indeed be pretty complex. That's important, says Proto Labs' Josh Parker, because it solves another problem for vehicle engineers.
So you can add this complexity and get a better strength to weight ratio because you can reduce all the unneeded material volume.
But our Richard Truett says questions remain about the process.
What role does 3D printing have in product development at car companies? Will it ever replace machines that can bang out one part after another?
If so, 3D printing could bring automotive production into an entirely new dimension. Ed Garston, Auto News Now.